So this is your kettlebell workout. 5 exercises, 15 reps of each with 4 sets in total. Your 5 exercises, nice and simple. You're starting off with the squat and press above the head. We've then got the classic kettlebell swing. From your kettlebell swing, we have clean and presses, single arm, swapping arms with each rep. After that, you've got your upright rows and then finishing off with a straight leg deadlift. We are working full body here, top to toe. You've got cardiovascular work in there alongside a little bit of strength. So we're building muscle and tone whilst increasing our fitness level. You can do this workout wherever you've got a little bit of room, and all you're gonna need is a kettlebell. Make sure you've got enough space as we will be moving around a little bit here. Before we get going, make sure you've done a quick warm up, elevate that heart rate, and we're gonna get straight in with the first exercise. So this exercise is a squat and press. We're holding the kettlebell nice and firmly in our hand. We sit back into our heels as low as we can go, bending from the hips. And then as we power up, taking that kettlebell high above our head. It is one fluid movement here, so there's no stopping halfway through. A nice low squat, powering up with that kettlebell up all the way above your head. Keep that core nice and tight. Make sure we get a good squeeze of those glutes as we come up to standing. Your shoulders are back and down. You've got 15 reps here, and then we have a little rest before we head into the next exercise. This exercise is a kettlebell swing. So for this, you've got the kettlebell in your hands. We take those hips back and arms go in between the legs before we power through, squeezing those glutes and sending that kettlebell out in front of ourselves. It's important to keep the arms nice and long, chest is upright, core is tight, and we are bending from the hips and the knees. 15 reps here, and then we move on to the next exercise. This next exercise is a clean and press. So we have one arm here, holding onto that kettlebell. You're gonna bring it from the floor up to your shoulder, and then pressing it up above the head. So think floor, flicking it around up to your shoulder, and then pressing up above the head. Using the other arm to anchor yourself, keeping the other arm nice and long. We go floor, flicking it round to our shoulder and above the head. Make sure that that core is engaged, our shoulders are back, and our posture is really nice for this one, especially as we take that kettlebell up above the head. We go 15 reps on one arm and then 15 onto the other before we move on. This next exercise is an upright row. So for this, you go in a little bit of a wide stance. We've got the kettlebell between our legs, and from here, we are driving it up as we pull the glutes through and elbows up to our ears. We're looking for a nice clean V shape here with those arms, so keeping those elbows above the wrist as we drive up through the upright row. Make sure that your heels are nice and grounded and our shoulders are pulled back with a really beautiful posture for this one. We should be feeling it across the front of the shoulders. 15 reps, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. This exercise is a straight leg deadlift. So for this, a little bit more complicated. We're gonna take our shoulders back, our core is tight. From here, we hinge from the hips, taking them as far back as you can, feeling a nice stretch down the back of the legs through the hamstrings, a slight bend in the knee, but that only comes from taking our hips back rather than actually bending down. It's really important here to keep your core nice and tight and keep the kettlebell really close to your legs as you come down and up through the movement. We have built a little bit of muscle today. We've worked our cardiovascular system, increasing that fitness level as well as increasing your endurance level. Full body workout, you've hit it hard. Really great job, team. Before you do anything else, make sure you've had a quick cool down, you've lowered that heart rate and you're breathing a little bit slower. If you've enjoyed today's workout, check out our other suggested videos.